constraints are valuable tools used in the process of rigging. We have two types of constraint, the object constraint and the bone constraint. For the most part, the bone constraint works like the object constraint but assigned to bones. And this is used to create simple and complex relationship between bones and then between objects. In this video, we'll go over some basic object constraints. But just so you know, the constraint you'll be using in this video would also apply to the bone constraint. So in this video, we'll go over the copy limit constraint. So for obvious reasons, we are going to use the monkey, shift it toward the monkey, so we see how exactly it works. So let's select our cube and then add a copy location constraint. Let's reference the Suzanne monkey. So as you can see, the cube follows the location or changes its location to the Suzanne's location. So when we move the Suzanne to wherever it goes, it follows it, the cube follows it. So this is not what we want. However, we can change the axis of these. So when we select the cube, we have the XY axis. So we want to constrain it to the Z. We can disable the Z's location, and now wherever we move the cube is going to stay in on its ground and then follows the Suzanne wherever it goes. So now let's check this, and then we have the invert of this as well. So if we want to invert this Z, so for example, we click on the invert, and then this mirrors whatever it does. The cube does the opposite of whatever the Suzanne does. So when we move it up, the cube, it mirrors it. So that is how the inversion works. So now we have the world space. Now this Suzanne is in a global world. It's in a global world, as you can see from the arrows. It's in global. The Suzanne already has its space, the direction of its same applies to copy, rotation, scale, and then transform. So sorry, when we can also increase or decrease the influence here. So when we move the cube, it doesn't affect it that much like it used to. So now also this this one helps you to disable and keep the transformation. So let's say if you delete our copy location, the cube goes back to its original position. However, if we should cancel this and then delete or cancel the copy location, it keeps the transformation wherever the Suzanne monkey is. So sorry about that. So this copy limit works in the boundary of or space of an enclosed or area. So when we select this Suzanne and then add a copy limit location, limit location. With this, we, unlike the other one, copy location, we need to input values here. So when we check all these axes, when we move the cube, it doesn't move unless we input a value here. So now for the bone constraint, let's delete this cube. So we'll add let's add a bone, shift A, add a armature, and then go to edit mode tab and then subdivide. Now I'll name this one top, the top bone top, and the bottom bone F2. I'll press F2 for this, so bottom bone bottom. So now we can add constraints to this. So when we add rotation constraint and then the target, we select our bone, you can see that the Suzanne follows, or the monkey follows the rotation of the bone. So this is not an object, this is a bone. So we like to affect, if you like to affect only the bottom bone or the top bone, then we'll select the Suzanne and then we'll go to the bones tab here. Then we'll select the top bone, for example. So only the top bone is affecting the Suzanne. So when we control tab and go to pause mode, when we control the bone, the top bone, see how it's affecting the Suzanne or the monkey. So this is how you can add constraint to bones. Now we have a section for the bone constraint here. So when we click or select our bone and control tab to go to edit mode, pause mode, we can select any rotation we want or transformation we want. So let's select the copy rotation. Then we can reference the monkey. So with this, you can select the rotation of, we can select individual bones and add constraint to it. So for example, let's delete this constraint here. So when we select this copy rotation on the top bone and reference the Suzanne, it's the location of, or the rotation of the bone copies the rotation of the Suzanne. So we can invert this as well, just like we did in the location copy rotation. So this is the basics of copy limit constraint in Blender. You can do so many things with it. I'll be making a future detailed video about this, and then we'll create real world animations with this. If you enjoyed the video, please kindly leave a comment and let me know what you think about this. Thank you.